Then I'll just read out an introduction of Angshuman. He is an officer of IFoS for his service, 1997 batch of Tripura cadre, currently serving as Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region, DoNER, New Delhi. He also holds additional charge as the Secretary of Northeastern Council, Shillong. In his current role, he oversees key flagship schemes of the ministry, including PM Divine, DVNE, and various initiatives under NEC. He is the current chairman of Northeastern Regional Agricultural Marketing Corporation Limited, a central public sector undertaking. He has a significant experience in leveraging satellite data for planning and implementing land-based intervention. At the head of an externally aided project in Tripura focused on sustainable catchment forest management, he successfully applied geospatial technologies for field-based action. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had another meeting on technology about a couple of months back, where we brought out a paper on tech terror nexus. That paper has acquired certain amount of interest in different circles, and I dare say that people in the Northeast, I would say some people in the Northeast, has been utilizing in advanced intelligence in terms of AI for quite some time. As an IG Law and Order way back in 2012, I had apprehended the vice chairman of UNLF, a dreaded outfit of Manipur, and from his laptop, the kind of technological ingress we have found that they have made is absolutely stunning, and they had done off-the-air interception of the armed forces way back. Which is, we thought, a very recent kind of a much later phenomenon. Anyway, our people are not bad in using IA. They have been proving it. Over to Mr. Angshuman Dey. You can use your PPT as well as you deliver your lecture. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Singla. Good afternoon, Mantha sir, and distinguished panelists, fellow panelists, and guests over here. It has been quite a pleasure for me to share the forum with you in discussing a very pertinent topic which concerns the Northeastern region, and myself, a person who hails from the Northeast, who had worked in a Northeast cadre and who has come in central deputation to Government of India to serve the people of Northeast again in the Ministry of DoNER. So it is kind of a triple blessings for me to have this opportunity. Let me confess in the beginning that I am not an expert on AI, but I do have an experience of working for many years in the field as well as Government of India at the program management level. My topic of presentation is slightly different from what has been discussed here, AI. I am going to talk about Industry 4.0, which is much of a larger superset of AI. Industry 4.0, as most of us know, is a bouquet of technology which are basically artificial intelligence, machine learning, then Internet of Things, IoT, what we call, then 5G technology, then 3D printing, then you have AR, VR, cloud technology, then robotics, blockchain. All those things come under the bouquet of what is known as Industry 4.0 today. So, tracing the timeline, you can see there's that in 1780s, what Industry 1.0 used to be known as mechanized production, water used to be streams, we used to be the driving power, and steam also. Steam engine came, and then later on, electricity came to be the new thing. and assembly line mass production. That is Industry 2.0, and then Industry 3.0 when computers and electronics came and digital system control systems came. And today we are now going for smart machines which can incorporate so many things, so many technologies, communication technologies to package into something called Industry 4.0, which gives a distinct competitive advantage to the industries over there. Machines are becoming smarter. I don't know whether human beings are catching up with them or not. Machines are talking to themselves and sorting out many things, having much more production than we humans through our meetings and conferences and seminars are doing. So it is high time that we sit back, think about it, and whether machines are moving ahead of us or we are still having the control over the machines. Otherwise, one day will come when our civilization will completely get subjugated to the machines. That may be a theme of a novel, maybe fiction, but that is a distant possibility, but it is a possibility. Third, global in digitalization, our country after US and China, some facts I am giving. 11.74% contribution to GDP from this digital economy. Government of India has taken up Samarth Udyog Bharat 4.0, Make in India 2.0, Digital India. Then coming back to the numbers, 1/8 of the mobile subscription in the whole world are with Indians. Then it is the second largest 5G smartphone market. 23% of the AI projects that you find in the portal GitHub is contributed by Indians. Then we have average Indian is consuming a whopping 27.5 GB of data per month. Of course, most of it, I was just joking, could be watching reels and all, but it is there. And it is the second ICT service exporter to the world. And then the growing startup ecosystem is there so much so that India is standing third in unicorn count. I think about 76 unicorns till date. Huh? Okay, next. So, is the Northeast ready for Industry 4.0 technologies? Yes, we have a very enviable young educated workforce in the country, not only the country, the world also. Average literacy is quite high. We have an emerging startup ecosystem. There are various institutions working in the northeastern region which are promoting this. The significant among them is the NEDFI, Northeastern Development Financial Institution. Then we have tremendous renewable energy potential, particularly the hydropower and solar power. For instance, Arunachal Pradesh, we have not even utilized 10% of that, what potential it has. We have all the states of the Northeast are basically agrarian and MSME based economy. We have improved digital infrastructure with Ministry of Communications and other effort like USOF, trying to make universal coverage in the Northeast. Then we have policy support and strategic location. Our previous speakers spoke about ASEAN Gateway and then Act East policy. These are the technologies that I have already named, which come in the name of Industry 4.0. Next. Next. Yeah, so these are the basically barriers which are coming on the way to spread or disseminate the Industry 4.0 technologies for adoption in the Northeastern region. Cost is a big concern. And also there is absence of clear-cut roadmap as to how to go about it in the Northeast. So there is incompatibility of existing infrastructure also. Infrastructure is there, but they are not adaptable to Industry 4.0. Then cyber security risk is there. Training infrastructure is inadequate. And then entrepreneurship in the field of Industry 4.0 AI-based technologies is just not adequate. Then there is question of hardware upgradation and access to finance. So these are the barriers we have listed out. Next. Yeah, so beginning was made by the Ministry of DoNER by constituting a interministerial task force, and I was made to head it. So that was, as you can see, it was constituted in January 2024, and the report was submitted finally in March 2025. So we had numerous meetings with the stakeholders, state governments, industry people, and all from formal, informal discussions. So we submitted a report with not only with Industry 4.0 but also logistics. So this roadmap, the report was accepted by the government, and a roadmap was approved by the government for implementation in the northeastern states. There is a steering group which was constituted again. I was made to head it, and then we identified out of 27 technologies that we scouted for. After detailed discussion deliberations, 10 of them use cases we could just shortlist to set the beginning of the implementation. So now the task at hand is to prioritize. At least each of the states should at least prioritize 3 proof of concept or Industry 4.0 and initiate by the end of the current year. That is the idea that we are talking about. So this is basically an action agenda, you can say, what I present here in subsequent slides. Next. So the first idea to work upon is to climate smart agriculture technology. As you know, all the farmers are highly fragmented in the northeast. In India it is fragmented, but still in the northeast it is more fragmented. Climate variability is affecting the yield. Actually, a single farmer, if he has say 2 acres of land, then one end of his land will be very high, dry and devoid of any nutrients, whereas the other end will be maybe waterlogged or rich of nutrients. So there is no uniformity. So that calls for a more accurate, customized prescription, which will vary from one end to the other of his land. There is also resource inefficiency. You are ending up putting fertilizers and irrigation in the entire farm field, irrespective of whether a particular portion needs it or not. So it requires for a kind of more customized approach to that. Soil erosion and then disease vulnerability also. It's a common experience that you travel in the northeast and you find that one end of the farm is malnourished and then yield is not there, the other end is better. So that kind of variation is there. So this, what I'm trying to say is to have a customized approach. Next is, we could find that in the Industry 4.0 like AI, ML and then geospatial technology, satellite imagery, cloud computing, data analytics, all those things can be put together to package a kind of idea, project, which can take care of the entire package of things. So smart, something in the name of smart agricultural production, we can devise projects, but to projectivize the idea, we require a knowledge partner. So I request all those present here to help the states to find a knowledge partner for the particular kind of idea they would be working on. And donor ministry is always more than happy to act as a bridge between the prospective knowledge partner and the states which are interested in taking it forward. Then the second idea is for setting up of experiential learning centers. As we have, most of us has already observed that there are certain very few good teachers which the students like, and the way they teach is extremely effective. But unfortunately, that teacher cannot take many of the students because the capacity is limited, time is limited. So to this kind of experiential learning, I think we can replicate the teaching style of good teachers, and also by immersing them into through this technology, AR, VR technology, 3D technologies, to make them a part of the environment in which they are learning. For example, they can travel deep into our veins and our lungs and our those things, intestine, and come out of it. And in the process, they learn certain things the way they would otherwise have never learned. So through VR, AR technology, I think this kind of solutions can be there, and existing even coaching center to begin with can set up such applications, and schools also, colleges also, they can set up some kind of AR/VR labs, taking it forward. We have also worked out how much cost is required and who are the agencies tentatively with whom we have discussed. So if any state is interested, anybody is interested, we can carry forward the discussion further. So these are the technologies we are going to use, and whatever we are going to apply. Next will be, next. This is about hackathon. Hackathon is a concept all of us know, I'm sure, that we interact with the stakeholders, go to the village, go to the factories, industry people, talk to them and find out what the problems is. Then just brush the problems and refine it and convert it into a kind of problem, question, whose solution we can use our network of institutions to find solution. So that is basically the idea, to conduct a hackathon of, next. The startups, students, researchers, innovators, professionals, they can take part and then use this technology to find a solution to this problem. We do not know what their problem is. So maybe through interaction with them, so those kind of interaction, forum for interaction, events, hackathon can be organized by our knowledge partners in collaboration with the state. And in doing so, if the project is made, that project can be posed to Ministry of DoNER, can be posed to the concerned line ministries for their sanction. And once it is sanctioned, that they can look for, the states can look for implementation partner. And with the implementation partner, they can implement the pilot projects. And when the pilot projects are successful, if each state can take up 3 ideas to work on, then there will be 24 ideas. And in these 24 ideas, even 6-7 ideas work out, then I think those can be scaled up to further supporting the projects. Now 3D printing is an emerging area. I think a lot of MSMEs can go for it, and instead of making a kind of general, for example, a souvenir gift, the best way to provide a gift to a person in his anniversary is to prepare a customized replica of the couple concerned. Maybe in their marriage functions, a lot of photographs are there from that. This can be reconstructed and some 3D model can be prepared. It can be printed on 3D printer and given. So those kind of gifting ideas can be made more customizable with the help of 3D printing technology, and doesn't cost much also. Every state can take up a lot of 3D printing support, a lot of 3D printing units, maybe in the form of Prime Minister Employment Generation Program, where 25 lakh rupees can be supported for one unit. And it doesn't, a simple lab, 3D printing lab doesn't cost much more than that. It is within that. So this is the idea. Next. So this is how we are going to use it. Next. Then for smart technology for sustainable tourism growth in the NER. The idea is that through use of AR, VR, augmented reality and virtual reality, in the airports we can have small kiosks in which people can utilize their time waiting for the flight and go there and then see whatever is around that airport and what things, that attractive things are available for to be explored by the tourists in that area, in other area. So major airports can have such kind of kiosks, and it will advertise definitely and motivate the tourists to go to those places. Similarly, next one. The state's tourism websites can also be enhanced with the help of augmentation through AR/VR applications. Next. So these things can be enhanced this way. Then the next one is for mobile health service in the northeastern states. Due to remoteness of most of the areas, people are not in a position to reach out to the experts or maybe health services. So with telecom teleconsultation services and diagnostics. I think many of the diagnostic techniques can be utilized at a very less cost, and with the help of 5G technologies, that can be, the photographs can be taken and then passed it on to the expert for their opinions. Next. So this is all the same thing. Next, mobile van. Then with 3D printing, dental solutions. Actually, I was told that somebody who needs a dental implant has to get his measurements taken in a dentist's chamber and then sent it to Kerala for getting it prepared, implants prepared. And it takes maybe 15 to 20 days to get back those dental implants. But with this kind of thing, the entire map of one's oral map can be taken, and then the 3D printing labs can print the implements there itself, and also it will preclude the frequent visit to the doctor's place, dentist's place by the patient. So once a record is taken, it can be used for all times to come. So that is there. So this is how we propose to implement it. Next. Then smart cold chain network. You see, a lot of wastage, a lot of post-harvest losses happen in the Northeast because of inadequate availability of cold chain network. And inventory also, sometimes demand is less, but the people build up inventory in an abnormal way. So the inventory doesn't match the demand or the supply. So to match these two, I think the Internet of Things, IoT, can be used, AI, demand forecasting, and all those things can be used to prepare more accurate picture of the demand, and then the plan the use of smart cold chain network. Next. Then I think perhaps the last one, this is the AI-powered ERP for businesses in Northeast. A lot of business ventures are there in the Northeast. Particularly, let us talk about a maybe cloth merchant at Guwahati. His way of doing business is partly modernized, but mostly the inventory, the kind of store he needs to put it, and then it's not optimized. So with this AI power, his inventory, his operation can be made more optimized, and there could be some consultants or some service providers who can offer this service. I sense there is a tremendous demand for such needs. If some timeline can be given to any kind of business venture, that give us 2 months time, we are going to convert it into a AI-powered ERP for your business, and then this much is going to cost you, and then you will be able to generate this much of profit and work efficiently from henceforth. Today or tomorrow, they will have to switch on to the AI-powered ERP. But thing is that the sooner you do it, the better it is, the more your profit margin will become more attractive, lucrative. Next. So this is how we propose to go about it. Next. So these are the 10 ideas that we have already written to the Northeastern states to work upon, and find a knowledge partner first, projectivize it, and submit it to the ministry, DoNER or any other ministry. Once it gets funded, this is proof of concept on a pilot basis. Then you find a implementation partner, implement it, and those successful ones we can scale up through further support. Now, these are the things that from the DoNER we have supported so far. Digital Design and 3D Printing Centers of Excellence by Amtron, it was done. Then deepening of scientific research on 5G cases, this is under implementation. 5G applications, NER with Hub and Amtron. This is I think implemented already. Next. So this is the way forward that I have already spoken about. We expect the states, and states have also responded well. They have been getting in touch with us that please connect us to some knowledge partner first to projectivize these ideas. And then our target end of this year, 2025, is to initiate implementation of at least some of these 24 projects. Because until and unless we start implementing, talking about AI and Industry 4.0 will remain as a fancy idea, a fancy thing to talk about. But once people start implementing, they will come to know about the problems and nitty-gritties, and they will start improving things further. So my appeal is to let us get down, make our hands dirty, and then learn and improve in the process, and let us make the AI thing an integral part of the journey of the Northeast toward development. Thank you.